Welcome to Myths and Mythologies, where ancient legends come to life. Today, we delve into the gripping tale of Achilles, the greatest warrior of Greek mythology. From his miraculous birth and divine blessings to his tragic demise on the battlefields of Troy, Achilles' story is one of unparalleled heroism, intense passion, and inevitable fate. Join us as we explore the life of this legendary figure, whose name has echoed through the ages. If you enjoy captivating stories of gods, heroes, and epic battles, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Stay tuned for more timeless tales and fascinating myths from around the world, right here on Myths and Mythologies. Let's embark on this epic journey together. Once upon a time, in the ancient land of Greece, a child was born who would one day become a legendary figure known across the ages. This child, named Achilles, was the son of Peleus, a mortal king, and Thetis, a sea nymph. From his earliest days, it was clear that Achilles was destined for greatness. His mother, knowing the fate that awaited him, sought to make him invincible. She dipped him into the river Styx, which was said to confer invulnerability to anyone who bathed in its waters. However, as she held him by the heel, that small part of his body remained untouched by the magical river, leaving him with one vulnerable spot. Achilles grew up in the court of his father, tutored by the wise centaur Chiron, who taught him the arts of war and healing. He became known for his unparalleled speed, strength, and skill in combat. As he matured, his fame spread far and wide, and he was soon regarded as the greatest of the Greek warriors. However, Achilles was not only known for his martial prowess, he was also admired for his striking beauty and fiery temperament. The Trojan War, a monumental conflict between the city of Troy and the Greek states, would be the stage upon which Achilles' legend would be cemented. The war began when Paris, a prince of Troy, abducted Helen, the most beautiful woman in the world, from her husband Menelaus, king of Sparta. The Greeks, united in their outrage, launched 1,000 ships to lay siege to Troy and retrieve Helen. Achilles, eager for glory and driven by the prophecy that he would gain eternal fame, joined the expedition, leading his band of warriors, the Myrmidons. Achilles' prowess on the battlefield was unmatched. Clad in his magnificent armor forged by the god Hephaestus, he struck terror into the hearts of the Trojan soldiers. He fought with a fury that seemed almost divine, and many fell before his relentless onslaught. Despite his heroic deeds, Achilles was also a complex character, prone to intense emotions and personal conflicts. His greatest source of strife came from his relationship with Agamemnon, the leader of the Greek forces. The two men clashed over the spoils of war, particularly when Agamemnon demanded Briseis, a captive woman whom Achilles had grown fond of. Enraged by this affront, Achilles withdrew from the battle, refusing to fight for the Greeks any longer. His absence was keenly felt, and the Trojans, led by their own formidable hero Hector, began to gain the upper hand. It was only the death of his beloved friend Patroclus, who had donned Achilles' armor to rally the Greeks, that drew him back into the fray. Achilles' return to the battlefield was a turning point in the war. Consumed by grief and rage, he sought out Hector, determined to avenge Patroclus. The duel between Achilles and Hector was a momentous event, with both armies watching in breathless anticipation. Hector fought valiantly, but he was no match for the wrathful Achilles. In a fierce battle, Achilles struck Hector down and, in his fury, desecrated the body, dragging it behind his chariot around the walls of Troy. This act of vengeance, though satisfying to Achilles, shocked both Greeks and Trojans alike. Despite his triumphs, Achilles' story was also one of profound sorrow and inevitable fate. The prophecy that had loomed over his life foretold that he would die young, achieving eternal glory but at the cost of his life. As the war dragged on, Achilles continued to fight with unmatched ferocity, but he could not escape his destiny. His end came when Paris, aided by the god Apollo, shot a poisoned arrow that struck Achilles in his one vulnerable spot, his heel. The death of Achilles was a devastating blow to the Greek forces. They mourned the loss of their greatest warrior, but his legend only grew in the years that followed. His deeds and his tragic fate became the stuff of epic poetry and storytelling, immortalized in the works of Homer and countless other bards. The story of Achilles, the invincible hero brought low by a single flaw, resonated deeply with all who heard it, serving as a timeless reminder of the complexities of human nature and the inevitability of fate. In the aftermath of Achilles' death, the Greeks redoubled their efforts to conquer Troy, driven by the desire to honor their fallen hero. The city eventually fell, thanks in part to the cunning strategy of the Trojan horse, conceived by Odysseus. The Greeks entered the city under the cover of night, bringing an end to the long and grueling war. Yet even in victory, the shadow of Achilles loomed large. His bravery, his passions, and his ultimate sacrifice became a symbol of the heroism and tragedy of the Trojan War. Achilles' legacy lived on in the hearts and minds of future generations. His story was told and retold, each time adding new layers of meaning and significance. He became a paragon of martial excellence and the embodiment of the heroic ideal, but also a cautionary tale of the dangers of pride and the inescapability of one's fate. In time, Achilles was revered not just as a hero of Greece, but as a figure whose life and death spoke to universal truths about the human condition. As centuries passed, the story of Achilles continued to inspire artists, writers, and thinkers. His image was immortalized in sculptures, paintings, and literature, each work capturing a different aspect of his complex character. From the wrathful warrior to the grieving friend, Achilles' many facets were explored in countless ways, ensuring that his legend would never be forgotten. In the modern era, the legend of Achilles still holds a powerful allure. His story has been adapted into films, novels, and even video games, each new interpretation bringing his tale to a wider audience. The themes of glory, love, and loss that define Achilles' journey resonate as deeply today as they did in ancient times, a testament to the enduring power of his legend. Ultimately, the story of Achilles is a tale of both extraordinary heroism and profound humanity. It reminds us that even the greatest of heroes have their vulnerabilities, and that the pursuit of glory often comes with a heavy price. Achilles' life and legacy continue to captivate and inspire, ensuring that his name will be remembered for millennia to come.